Alright, I'm ready. I'm really excited to see this now. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Yeah, Mikey needs to find out who did it and make them hurt.
Yeah, I want them to hurt, and then if I find out, it's I'm a little mad.
Then I'm gonna be a little impressed, because goddamn, holy shit, he went all out on his side, but also, what the fuck?
I think you'll like how it turns out.
It turns out Nagito from the future came back and did it.
Would that be her assistant?
Well, hear me out. The very improbable thing that I don't think is gonna happen, but I think would be fucking hilarious. If fucking that's not Nagito, and it's just a stuffed animal, like, cause like the Monokuma stuff being stuffed animals.
Mm-hmm.
If that would be also like a stuffed animal, not Nagito plushie, but life size.
That'd be funny. That would be funny.
Walks out at the end of the trial. Oh, it's like, guys, I've been here the whole time.
It's like, I'm also the ultimate sewing professional. Just sewed his own plushie.
You learned the ultimate imposter idea. I just thought of something. Can he like steal the ultimate imposter's identity and do that? That'd be crazy. Anyways, I'm ready. Let's go.
Hello, I'm Kikostego, and we're here recording Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Again, we're for the trial where Nagito dies right now, I believe.
Yeah.
So, Trial 5, the last trial.
The last class trial.
The last class trial, as they told us 800 times.
Right.
So,
and as Russell likes to say every time he sees a bad guy in Resident Evil 6, well, I'm sure we'll never see him again.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let me move everything around here because there's stuff all over my desk.
Don't worry, Russell. Every time when me and Tiffany were playing Resident Evil 6, I was playing the Jake and I forget her name. Jake and whoever else that girl's name is. Every time we're facing that guy with like the hook that always just chases you around, I kept saying, "Don't worry, Tiffany, we'll never see him again." Every time.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, last time. Never again.
Never again. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Well, emotionally or physically?
I mean, either.
Emotionally, no. Physically, yeah.
You've been waiting all day. Let's do it. All right.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation.
Let's do the simple explanation on the last trial. If you guys weren't paying attention the last 4 ones you're doing.
Well, I'm going to try to do it without the guide, but I'll peek at the guide if it starts getting too hard.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
He's got a bloody X on his
Yeah,
thing.
he has a really messy bloody X on.
Yeah.
Well, he was, that's probably a little bit of his.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive.
Oh, look at his X.
Yeah.
He's got like a fucking like hardcore capital X.
Yeah, he's got like a fancy X. He's got like type font on there.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Monomi's pissed.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
What?
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay.
Dude, look at that fucking belly button now.
No!
She was just minding her own business and he beat her up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
One more time! Jeez! How up?
No! Can we get with the trial? I don't care about your fucking family disputes right now.
I know, right? They're not even family. She basically got kidnapped and gaslit into being his little sister.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
For the first time ever.
I know, right?
Right. Now's not the time for
Everybody's basically ignored her this entire game.
started after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... God.
Oh, we got so many.
What do I need?
Monokuma's account, maybe?
Killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason
Duct
Nagito's
tape?
body was
Oh, yeah, I
covered
guess duct tape would be a
wounds.
huh.
Maybe.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
I'm gonna... Yeah, reason for sealing his mouth.
Beat up.
So I'm thinking it's there with the
What are
duct
they
tape.
trying to find out by torturing him?
I don't
Definitely
know.
Mom's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
Oh my god.
I found it by coincidence. There's
By
no way I
consent.
torture someone.
I mean...
You're Yakuza, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you're like,
Out of
they're
their
part of the
MO.
mafia.
You've literally talked about like killing people and dumping them in the lake before, I'm
Killer
sure.
didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, you don't cover somebody's mouth to torture them. Unless you're trying to be an extra jackass.
I mean, unless you're waterboarding them.
He wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Oh god.
Bro,
Oh.
He's prepared.
this is too
He's
early for
prepared,
this.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Dude,
Trap?
Stupid Haji
Then I set up!
caught in that trap.
stupid.
That's what you caught on to? Like, stupid?
Oh, God.
Spear of Goodyear.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
That's true, yeah.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him...
After they killed him.
Damn it!
He's getting back to the original
Said
topic.
Nagito's mouth was taped. You obviously assume he couldn't talk, right?
Oh, what would I need?
That's the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
This is too fucking hard.
Hard that he got interrogated.
Seems that I should ask him why that is. Let me just peek at what it is. I can't fucking...
If I knew what all the swords were, I could probably piece it together, but I know you don't have time to actually, like...
I know, it's like it
do
doesn't
that.
give you time to
Yeah.
read it, think, and do everything at once. It's like too convoluted for these things.
Yeah, it's not like the truth bullets where you can have time to, like... think,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It's like weird. Okay, so we gotta shoot him with duct tape again?
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Cut for your words.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Oh yeah, because
You
the
were
blood...
literally there when they took the duct tape off, my dude.
Yeah, the blood splatter was around the duct tape instead of under the duct tape.
Duct tape.
Yeah, Kazuichi was there when we were talking about that. Like, how does he not fucking... Oh, I mean, he's dumb, but...
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Mm,
Shouldn't he
maybe.
get pouty, you know?
Howdy. Howdy.
Are you in elementary school or something?
With us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's
There you go, Russell.
The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
I don't like looking at this. I really don't.
I was about to say, I'm glad they brought this back up again on the big screen for Mikey.
Yeah.
I listen. All right. I can deal with a lot of like gruesome stuff, but when it's a character I really like, and I'm seeing them this like if they just stabbed him once in the chest, I'm like, oh, that's sad. But seeing this is just saying like I don't like looking at this.
Knowing that he suffered is like,
Yeah, because like I mean, like that's the thing. Like, if it was just like one spear right through the heart. Right, he's dead. I'm like, that sucks.
It's not even through his heart. It's through like his stomach and his ribs, and probably punctured a lung or something.
It's just like looking at the knife just stabbed in his hand, all those knife marks in his legs. He's tied up. Then you just see blood. Then you see a spear going through his stomach. You're like, okay, I don't want to look at this.
Well, I'm glad.
He's my favorite character, and it's like, why are you doing this?
I'm glad while we talked about it, you looked at it even more.
I did.
Had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagi.
That's what I mean. It's so weird.
Then, are you saying
Uh,
the killer was
glad
wanting
we're
to
watching it
make him
again.
suffer?
You can like not show this.
Well,
I
too
got
bad.
it. I get it.
Because it burned into your brain.
Freaking crazy.
Did they go psycho or something?
Like I don't think they ever showed a dead body this much in the span of
Whoever did
2
this was
minutes.
One crafty bastard.
Actually, yeah, I think pretty much you see Nekomaru's body when it's there. You see Ibuki's body when it's there. Like, pretty much everybody. They don't really... Maybe Sayaka because of the Leon thing, but
Yeah.
most of them, they don't really show you.
Yeah, like, listen, we are proud of this kill. We want to show everybody this.
I know, right?
If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door.
God, there's only 5 of us left right now.
Yep.
Which
Well,
means
6.
It is plausible to think that nobody
Right?
here
6.
the fire.
No. Oh yeah. No, there's 6 because Nagito is the 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because who wasn't there was Sonya wasn't there at that door.
Yeah, I forgot Sonya wasn't there.
Which is giving me a little suspicious on Sonya, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's wishful thinking.
I
But at the
getcha.
same time, I feel like that's too easy.
Yeah, I feel like they're setting you up for that because she was acting.
Like I feel like they're going to accuse her at some point, and she's gonna prove that wasn't her.
Mhm.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Dude.
Wait, hold up. I'm trying to remember
Let's think
something
about
here.
this based on
Was
what Miss
was
Sonia
Sakura the last murder in the first game?
Yeah, I guess she was. Well, technically yes, but then they had the Mikuro thing where they pulled out Mikuro's body. So yes and no.
Believe me, Russ, I was thinking that too yesterday, but I was just trying to think of like everything that could have happened. It's like if they just do another thing, we'd be just so disappointed.
Yeah, technically
I was thinking because they had said, even Nagito was the one that pointed out that all of the killings were kind of like related to the original killings.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some way that this might relate to the final killing.
Well, they said that to kind of make you think that maybe Nekomaru killed himself to save you guys, since he was a robot anyway. They were
I never
kind of
thought that.
yeah. That's what they were kind of trying to lean towards with that. And then they were like, "Oh no, Gundam actually did it!" Like, oh ha 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 ha.
I'm still trying to think, like, because the last murder still could somehow tie in, kind of like how the other few did.
Yeah, they could.
That's all I'm thinking, because Makuro was murdered with a knife to the chest, and he got a spear to the chest. That's the only thing that I'm like, is there, is maybe,
Is this is he really dead? Are the glasses clear?
Well, and that's another thing, is like, if he did kill himself, did he stage it to be like kind of like that, where it was like the finishing blow was supposed to be, quote unquote, the blow to the chest?
Yeah, because then there's also the fire. The fire maybe was supposed to burn the body, kind of like how it was in the other one, how the bomb exploded and it burned the body, but we couldn't recognize him.
I get you.
No, you don't. No one ever gets me. No, I'm joking.
Sassy.
Damn right it is.
She's right. You're sassy.
Damn right.
The reason for a fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Just some casual arson with the dead body. Okay.
It's gonna be burned rope, right?
I don't know.
I mean, the rope is the only thing that was burned. Oh, oil lighter too could be it.
Direct cause of the
Let's see what they
fire
say.
was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Setup.
Yeah, the setup would have been the,
Curtain on fire with the lighter.
what do you call it, the Monokuma thingies.
Huh? Yes.
Yeah, that would have been the setup so we could open the door.
Yeah. No, they did not do that.
Just threw the lighter.
No.
No. I mean, they could have, but nah.
Oil lighter. It can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If
But why are you happy about that?
In some way,
I don't know, she's weird.
hide the curtain.
Some way? Maybe they used invisible thread.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Invisible thread.
Way to tip it over with sound waves.
Tip it over with
Opening the door caused.
Oh, yeah,
Yep,
that
right.
one. Open the door with Monokuma panels.
Intense win.
You were half right, honey. Okay, let's get back
that
there.
was like me with the Hifumi with his glasses cleared off. I was half right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it just based on the shape, it can stand up
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way.
Maybe they used invisible.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening.
Someone
the
just
door
fucking
caused-
screaming.
I agree with that.
Well, they were playing that ominous music from the Trigger Happy Hearts. Maybe that's what he was getting at.
That opening the door is what
Ah.
started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure.
No.
Buddy.
Here from glorious Japan.
Go sit down.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's
I
origin.
mean, some wasn't a single line. They were kind of tipped everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged
Does
those
that
Monokuma
mean
panels to create a domino effect.
Domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
No.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second.
I just like how they're
And from there,
now they don't want to show Nagita's dead body anymore. So they're like, yeah, we'll show you how to look like though. Looks like his little wiener sticking out.
It does look like that. It's weird.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
And the music was playing probably.
Was
Hmm.
the domino effect.
and one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
They played the hymns of the damned.
They played something happiness. So it's like something despair, no happiness or something. I think it was called.
Yeah, it doesn't say what the title was, but it was definitely that.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Couldn't you say the sound of the music?
No, that's copyright.
Yeah, that's literally the song that they play whenever you're doing the trigger happy hearts, and it's like they're looking at their inner thoughts, and like it just plays this music, and you're just like, why are your thoughts so intense? Within that darkness, the loud hymnal blared through the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something?
Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap?
No, I'm talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started. Like all the Monokuma was on fire.
I'm glad that we had to reenact that.
I know, right? Great.
Those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Akane, put your tits away. It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warning and slowly opened the door of the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. I mean, I feel like I read this 4 times. It's not opening. There's something blocking the door. Blah. It's a twat.
Crap. Seriously, stop it, okay?
It's a twat. Didn't I tell you to be fine? I'm just gonna be a little bit more forceful.
What happened to opening it slowly?
I ignore your shit and I'm gonna kick it open. Bam.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Yeah.
When we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door was the only entrance to the warehouse. I see. So the problem Chiaki's talking about is the killer couldn't have left. We couldn't take any merch. Yeah. Killer couldn't have left.
So close to the door.
Are they actually beating Sakura's trial right now? Because remember how the chair was up against the door, but no one could have left?
The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave.
Maybe he combined the last 2 trials. He's like, well, the other shit didn't happen, so might as well make it happen.
Listen, man, if he killed himself, I'm gonna be upset.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse, the only person who could have done that was...
Nagito, right?
The Nogsters. Where is he?
I like fucking Soda's face in the wall.
Oh! Did I do that?
Ah, man.
This is my answer.
I mean, I don't think it's. I don't think this is gonna be it. Because
I mean, this is literally, yeah, this is literally the 3rd question of the trial. Do you really think Nagito actually killed himself at this point?
I never know.
Yeah, I get you. You never know. But history says that the first thing that they point out is usually not correct.
I know, but now since you're saying this, I guess you confirmed he didn't. So I'll keep going.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe.
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
You don't sound too sure.
Are you saying this was
I mean, everything I was saying was a maybe. I was like, maybe.
I get you.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
He did like when Akane was on top of him choking him, so hey, whatever.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
I feel like it's like this is just me and Russell. Someone agreed with them after you're like argue, and we're just like, yeah, you're right. Okay, as long as you get it.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss?
Fuyuhiko's just uncomfortable with everything.
That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like he's.
So I don't think Fuyuhiko would be the killer then, because if he's really trying to go off the distance of like, no, he didn't kill himself. Why would he do that if he was the killer? So it's like,
I get your point. Like he said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Burned rope, maybe?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Use your teeth.
I mean, that's what I said.
Tail.
What?
I didn't say that though.
Is that a
Not
dirty
you.
joke?
Is that a dirty joke? Your front tail. If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too.
What are all the bullets? I don't even know what all the bullets are.
Now let's figure that out.
To actually
Burned
tie your
rope,
own arms and
survival knife,
legs. That's
duct tape,
obviously impossible.
Monokuma
Tying
plushie,
just the legs is
Monokuma
one thing,
panels, oil lighter,
Tying both
torture
arms would be
wounds.
impossible.
I'm thinking it's something to do
Maybe
with
the-
burned rope.
You sure it wouldn't be the knife?
Maybe.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about
Hmm.
if you use your teeth?
Nah, because that's still
Or if you use your front tail?
No. Dirty. Dirty girl.
Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
I'll take a little peek. Because again, it's like we're timed, and it's like one of those things. It's like I have it on a higher difficulty, so it's like ugh. Okay, we're past that.
do 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 do.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Okay, can I get the right fucking thing?
It's
It's
obviously-
literally the first thing he
Tying
says.
just the leg, tying both arms.
Oh.
You're supposed to hit the first thing he says with burned rope.
Dirty joke. Is that a dirty joke?
I figured it was burned rope based on what they were talking about.
To actually tie up your own arms.
Burned rope!
No.
He just starts talking and
I guess-
Hajime starts screaming.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense if you think about it, because I'm assuming they're gonna go by he burnt the rope to make it look like his arm was tied up at one point, but it really wasn't. I guess that's I think that's what they're trying to say.
The
But
only thing I want to know about that
Yeah.
is how did he stab his hand through with a knife?
That's what I was about to say. He has a knife through his fucking hand, too.
I mean, to be fair, I mean his hand was far out. But I mean, technically, you could use your mouth for that. I mean, you only need the knife in the handle in your mouth, and then just kind of reach over to stab it with your hand.
If you're
Yeah, but he was all stretched
How
out.
much
I know.
to take you go through your whole hand into the floor?
I mean, Daigito's crazy, man.
What?
You're right. I'm not going to argue that.
I mean, like I said, I don't think that's it. But I'm saying theoretically, I think it's possible, but I just don't. Obviously, I mean, Brandy already kind of made it seem like he didn't kill himself, so that's obviously not it.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
You're forgetting one crucial point.
Burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And come join me again. Bye!